David, I'm not shouting you out, lad. Yes, the lads. Yes, the lads. We doing my FIFA idea? No. Unfortunately not. I might play some Harry Potter. I might grind some FIFA, or I might play some Football Manager. I haven't decided yet. So we just chill out for 5 or 10 minutes first. Have a nice chat. Drink some drinks. And then chill out. Give me a team to do on Football Manager. Bordeaux in the French league. There you go. Mate, I was just looking for something to watch while finishing these FIFA objectives for squad battles. Great timing, lad. How have you been with my foot? My foot's alright, to be fair. It's all good. Let me see if Bro's the best gamer. Of course I am. Oh, I did it the wrong way. There we go, as high as possible. Give us a mad road to glory on Football Manager. I actually haven't been playing it. You've seen Godfather of Harlem. What a series it's about mafia families. If you haven't, I haven't actually seen it. Might have to check it out. What was I saying? Yeah, I actually haven't been playing any Football Manager since the last episode of the Football Manager to Glory, where I've called it Jumps to Glory. Because I've been playing some Civilization 6. I've been grinding FIFA because I've really been enjoying the objectives they've been putting out. Hi, David. So yeah, I've just been chilling out. Thank you. Harry Potter or FIFA? As in, which do I prefer? Both. They're so different, you can't compare them. I'm more than likely going to be playing FIFA, though, I think. We'll get a load of objectives done if I can. And then when I get bored, you just shut the bed. Why? Oh, I haven't got my watch on today. Where is my watch? I don't often move it. I think it's downstairs. Yeah, bang out those foot birthday objectives. Packs are crazy. A lot of effort though. Been doing it since 12 PM. Mad. I think that's what I'm going to do. My controller's charged anyway. And to be fair, tonight I think I just want to chill out and take it easy. Have some nice conversations. Chill out with you guys. I also come payday. How do I think England will get on tomorrow? I don't know. I think it's going to be good, but I'd like to see Modric play for the Ukraine. You've seen that Rivaldo? I haven't yet, but I have seen it, but I haven't seen it. Do you know what I mean? I might even jump on a bit of Overwatch too. I haven't played any of the new Overwatch yet. What are my free games this month then? Why can I not access it? There we go. Back. See you later, David. Essential picks, deals. What's got games under 20 quid? What's under 20 quid at the minute? A Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I've actually got it, it says. I can't remember getting it, but I've got it. Can't see in case you don't know. Yeah, I know, yeah. All the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, that'd be cool. What was the first year FIFA you played? FIFA 97 I played. Bloody Nora. '95, yeah. That's what I mean. I'm 25 now, and I had a FIFA 97 on the PS1. It wasn't called the PS1 though, was it? It was called the original PlayStation. It was just called PlayStation, should I say? And it was the original Xbox. Hello, Emin. Is it Emin? Eman. Right, let's jump into a little bit of FIFA, shall we? How are you guys tonight then? How are you guys tonight? How are you guys tonight? Been enjoying yourselves? I don't mind Graham Potter. I've given my thoughts on him. Hey Alfie. How are you? 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 Great bro, had 20 nuggets from McDonald's for tea. I feel stuffed. Big up. 1v1, you want FIFA? No. Not a chance. I'm doing some objectives. Of which, let's go and take a look about what objective needs doing. For birthday party. Start the party off right by scoring 4 finesse goals in squad battles. Or rivals. Let's quickly go and do the SPC. Just for today because I don't want to miss out on it. With Pedri, Rivaldo's there, isn't he? Yeah, it looks very good. Oh, Nagelsmann for Spurs could be a shout, you know. Is this the one I wanted? Yeah, daily login. Mount or Bruno in their prime? I mean, neither. I'm not really fussed, to be fair. Yeah, 4-star, 5-star Rivaldo looks class. Here we go, road to the final. What we got? Ooh, here we go. Who do we choose? I think that Llorente's class. Yeah, we take that Llorente, don't we, baby? Here we go. All-time favourite player mine is left field one. Literally Paolo Maldini. That's class. That's not a. I don't think that's much of a left field. Favourite player. Oh, we'll do this. Well, foot 16. I've heard this is difficult. So, here we go. We're gonna go. Hear me out. Turkish league. What's the Turkish league called? Super League. I want to see if I've got Hamsik, definitely. Mark Bartra, definitely. And Torreira is the player I really wanted, but it doesn't look like we've got him. So let's go and have a look how much. I'm assuming Torreira is quite expensive. Lucas Torreira. No, he isn't beautiful. So, hear me out, this is how we're going to do this. Mark Bartra. Hamsik there. Into Cam. And then the goalie. That isn't that. Club. I want. Which club have we used already? Trabzonspor. No, it's not. Max from 1 Club 5, max 4 leagues. I mean, I think we can use him. Have a look at young strike for Salzburg. Sesko. Yeah, Sesko's good. Dybala's my left field player. Him back in his prime was something else. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dybala, to be fair. I like Dybala. And then we just go for La Liga Santander players. Oh. Gaia will use centre back. Uri. Right. Oh, goalkeeper. No, we've already done goalkeeper. Right back. Montiel. Kappa. Good work. Yeah, because he gets the strong links. There we go. We need another Turkish league player in here. I didn't have enough. Have I got a left mid? Or right mid? No, you also need to be from Trabzonspor. Left mid, I have English, which isn't going to help actually. Thinking about it. Yeah, we'll just go. In fact, I might be alright. The mask celebration pack was, yeah, it was. Or a fellow Scot who I know loves Lewis Ferguson. Big up Lewis Ferguson and that. Right mid. We'll go you. So it's not 80 rated. Oh, because we've got 75 rated. Okay, instead of them then. Oh no, I do need a Turkish league. Left mid or right mid? I think right mid will do. Gold. Visca, yeah, you should do. Visca. Happy days. And then a left mid from Survey, is that good enough? 79 rated. Brian Gill. There we go. No. I'm gonna have to use Munayin, which I didn't want to have to do. Wait, how is that not full? Wait, what? I have to go for a better CDM then. Fernando. That works, an 82. I'm assuming that won't. I've got a 77 rated right back. Yeah, let's not. I don't want to use Munayin. Right back. I'd rather use Jesus Navas. And then like... Yeah, there we go. I'd rather do that. Happy days. Yeah, I've done it. Yeah, but La Liga players that are above 81 rated are quite expensive at the minute. It's like the most expensive way to do it. The cheapest way to do it is get the Uruguayan links with people in the same league. Oh, two have gone. Who have gone? Camavinga, yeah, there you go. So, already, Real Madrid players selling straight away, and Cristante. Oh, I had all the fodder, so dicing now. Oh, Fadus, yeah. No, it's all good, it's all good. Like I say, most of mine was fodder anyway. Right, 384s. I'm actually going to record this just for the Road to Glory, so get ready. When it wants to work. There we go. So, guys, we have 384 pluses. We have done the daily login upgrade for the second day. Just thought I'd go ahead and record this. We have now a rare mega pack, 81 plus 2 rare gold player pack, and 384 pluses because of some objectives and SBCs that we have done. So we're going to go ahead and open these. The first one, Danish, probably going to be like Delaney. It's Christensen and Canate. Not great, not great. Still waiting on that foot birthday player, aren't we? We are still waiting on a foot birthday player. Don't get it in this one either, that's a shame, that's a shame. And it's a bad which again isn't that great. Could be better, but then again, not the worst back in the world. And we actually get an Alessandrini, who is one of the objective players, which is a shame. But then the big pack, was it 84 times 5, 83 times 5, something like that. Oh, sorry, 84 times 3, so 384 plus rated players. Come on, we've got to get something good out of these. Oh no, again. Oh, it's Indeedy, that's terrible. That's actually terrible. We expected better there. We expected better. We get Valverde and then a Bonucci as well, which isn't great. But anyway, we'll be back. I'm going to start doing these. Apparently that gives you a foot swap token. Yep. We're not doing it. Half time at jump. No. Not doing it. Gold packs. We will go ahead and preview this pack. Oh, there you go. That's the player I wanted, Torreira. That's one of the players we use for today's login upgrade. Or daily login upgrade, SPC. All in all, not great. So yeah, we'll be back with the next one tomorrow. There you go, guys. So that's the end of that. Blake, if you're still here, I don't actually have the Mazda anymore. I'm not sure if you've seen a recent video of mine. I actually got an electric car, which you can go ahead and check out. Yeah, there's a video of it on the channel. I've got a new MG5, and it's really nice. I just felt like switching to electric was a lot cheaper for me, so that's what I did. Danik, feel like you're probably being asked this a lot, but how's your recovery going? Are you getting bored or keeping yourself busy? Hang on, let's go back. I'm somewhat keeping myself busy, in a sense that, hello Betty, Sheila, you jump back in. And Benrahma comes back in for Ronaldinho. In fact, Ronaldinho comes off a kite. There we go. So yeah, I'm keeping myself busy in terms of recording and just sitting and playing games and enjoying the time. I'm not particularly getting bored. I've got Civ to play, I've got Football Manager to play, I've got FIFA and Harry Potter to play. I've got enough going on. I just felt like streaming tonight because I wanted to. What was that about? Jesus, no, that's not a free kick. But yeah, when it comes to the actual recovery itself of my foot, it's been fine. Like, I haven't actually had any pain in terms of what I've had operated on, per se. The only issues I had, which, in relation to the video I made, I said that I passed out because of the nerve injection I had, the nerve blocker. Now that's the only thing that's actually been causing me problems still. Post-operation, I had no issues during the operation with my foot. I've had no issues after the operation with the top of my foot. It's all been in relation to the nerves in my feet. And at the minute they're just fucked. They're completely fucked, and I've got to go back to work in like 2 weeks and a bit. And I'm sort of dreading it a bit because I don't know if I'm going to be able to drive a car. And if I can't drive a car, I can't go to work because I have to drive to work. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, I don't know whether I just need to stretch them out a bit and stretch my feet out specifically. Like, I get the bandage off on Thursday, so just a bit of a week. Yeah, just under a week now. And hopefully when they take that, I don't know if they've struck my foot that tight that it's causing issues in my like foot, and it feels like dead strict, like constricted, sorry, and that's what's causing me more like issues now, and it's not necessarily related to the injection. But preferably I would like another 2 weeks off, which I can have off provided my insurance come through and say, yeah, we'll cover you while you're off, because at the minute they're not looking likely to. I need to give them a call on Monday to figure out what's going on, because, like I say, I've only got 2 weeks to find out whether I have or I haven't got that cover, which I pay for, so it's dumb if I don't. Do you know what I mean? Mystery man, bit of a personal question, are you getting paid while being off your foot? I am getting paid, but only because I've taken holiday. I've used up all of my annual leave, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth and a bit of a pain, but my work don't actually offer full sick pay. They only offer statutory sick, which is not enough to cover my bills while I'm off. So, yeah, so what I've got income protection insurance that I pay for, and they are set to cover me up to a certain amount per month. Like, it's less than my wages, but what you do is you claim your statutory sick off your work, you evidence that to the company or the insurance, and they will provide up to a certain amount, however much you pay for, once you've evidenced that, and they'll just pay you, right? So I get a certain amount a month from them. Now the issue is they put a deferment period of 4 weeks on the policy, which means I have to have taken 4 weeks off before they will start to cover that, because they say that, it's not classed as long-term sick leave if it's not over 4 weeks, which is daft, because I've had to use 4 weeks of my holiday, which is on my holiday. Anytime after this, they will cover for I think it's up to 6 months, and they'll pay me monthly, and then I'll get my statutory sick from work. The insurance should cover it if they choose to or not, depending on whether whether my claim goes through or not. Right, and yeah, so I've still had to use all my holiday regardless, so I had to do that anyway. If the insurance come back and say that, look, we will cover you, you are covered, all you've got to do is evidence how many weeks in your next pay packet are classed as statutory sick, which the next pay packet it should be either 1 or 2 weeks, depending on when the pay period cut-off is and how they do it. And then they'll pay me for that along with my holiday pay, sort of thing. Does that make sense? If they do decide to come back and do that, I will want an extra 2 weeks off just to help recovery, and I've already told work that they're completely fine with that. I've got a doctor's note which I can provide them, because the doctor's note does say 4 to 6 weeks, depending on, circumstances. I just need to know whether I'm getting this income protection claim or not, and if I'm not, I'm going to have to go back to work. I'm going to have to find a way of getting to work, because I don't think I'll be able to drive. But the issue is with my job, when I'm at work, I think I'll be able to do it, or so be it, restrictive, duties sort of thing. I think I'll be able to do it. I haven't got an issue hobbling around for a bit or being on crutches and doing my job. That's not my issue. It's actually getting to work that's going to be the problem. I don't have anyone that can take me to work, nor do I have anyone that is off and can drive me, pick me up every morning and take me, at least for a couple of weeks. Unless I can find someone to do that. That's the bit I'm unsure of at the minute. Not necessarily scared of, but that's the only bit I'd need to really figure out. And that's the only stressful bit. Tough one, maybe active recovery can be an option. Yeah. That's what sort of mean, actually being at work but not doing full duties. I mean, I'm sure work are absolutely brilliant, by the way. Work have been absolutely excellent with the whole process. I cannot fault them in the slightest. I have told them exactly what's going on. They're yep, that's cool, you've told us, let's go on. And they've made it as easy as possible for me. Can't fault them in the slightest, they've been brilliant. But yeah, yo, what's up, Luke? I have some incredible backlog this past 2 weeks, since Fantasy Foot. I packed 2 tradable Isaacs, a tradable Skriniar, and 2 untradeable Marquinhos. Incredible backlog. That is absolutely outrageous backlog. It's not just lucky, it's outrageous. The only thing you're missing is a foot birthday icon, which I'll assume that will come in the next few weeks. For you, probably. Nice, mate. How recent was the video on your electric car? It will have been December/January, so relatively recent. Wow, seems like annoying process. Perhaps you needed a break, and this was a sign. Look on the bright side. I definitely didn't need this sort of break, because once I go back to work, I'm going to have to work 7 to 8 months without a holiday, which means I don't get a break for 7 to 8 months, like 0. I don't have any more days left, so that's a pain. Especially if I do need things like physio appointments or any follow-up doctor's appointments. I'm just going to have to book them in and not get paid for them, pretty much. So I'd rather not take the break at the minute. Does that make sense? It's not great. I'm watching Romania 2-0, come on, big up. Almost got that 86 plus, right to the final. Foot fantasy or foot birthday packed on it. Needed to do like 35 squad battles games. Mental. But yeah, I'm probably going to have like a conversation with my manager at some point over the next week or two, just to like clarify a few things and let him know how things are progressing and whatnot. He's kept me informed. We've texted each other. I mean, we've got a work group chat and whatnot, so that's all cool. And yeah, everyone sort of kept me up to date with what's going on. And honestly, I miss the people at work. They're all great lads. So yeah, it'd be good to get back. Same Adam, got 2 more left. Mad. EA have made FIFA fun again. They actually have. Like, I've actually really enjoyed playing, and I've not even been playing rivals. I mean, I have played rivals just to get the division rivals rewards, but I haven't been playing FUT Champs because I think it's too sweaty. But these game modes and playing squad battles has been quite fun, to be fair. In a day, I did all the footballers and got Bernardo, Silver 93 out the FUT birthday. That's mad. I got Uri, which is the worst one. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. No, cutting start. Oh my god, that was terrible. That's what I was going to ask you. Do you miss work or Loki liking the time off? Don't get me wrong, a bit of both. Going into it, I was sort of not guilty as such, but I sort of felt awkward having 4 weeks off and being like, yeah, I can't do much. But then I realised that if I get to a state where I can be out and about, I'm just going to go out and about, because at the end of the day, it's holiday anyway. Like, it's not as if I'm taking sick leave and then just being like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Because that wouldn't be fair. If I was taking proper sick leave, I'd be like complete bed rest. Like on Thursday night, I went out to a pub quiz just so I could get out and about a bit, and I didn't feel guilty for it because, you know, I'm not on sick leave, I'm on a holiday, so I need to get out and about and better myself, do you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe things will change in the near future where I can maybe earn some holiday back or buy some holiday back or something like that, I don't know, but I'll figure stuff out. Yeah, a holiday doesn't limit how you get. Exactly, bro. This is my thing, like, I'm a very honest worker. Like, I'll go in and I'll do my job, and I won't make a fuss about many things unless it needs to make a fuss about, you know what I mean? If there are issues, I will let people know. And luckily where I work, them opinions are heard quite a lot, and things are in place for people like me. So when it comes to it, like now, if I was on sick leave, like I said, I might start feeling guilty if I was going out and doing stuff, and I just wouldn't do it because I wouldn't find it fair. And Sterling's dribbling there was outrageous, because it's one of them, like, I know the people I work with are honest people. They do exactly the same as me. They turn up, they do the work, they go home, they have their own lives, and they live their own life. So it's really nice to be in that type of environment. It's like the least toxic environment I think I've ever worked in, which is great. But yeah, you went 14-3 in FUT Champs and gave the rest away. Should have kept Team of the Week back till an incredible Team of the Week, whatever. Ah well, you've got to live life in the present. No, I don't mean to do that. What are your thoughts on Enzo Fernandez and Mudryk? Mudryk, I think he's got plenty of potential. We need to start seeing it though. I think it's going to be a little bit like Foden, in the sense where they've both got bags of ability, but one, before Foden could just be chucked into the team, he needed to be integrated into the squad, and now he's in the squad, he's doing brilliant. He's in a bit of a lull period, in my opinion, in terms of what I think Foden can achieve. I think Modric is a little bit behind that. He needs to be integrated properly before we can start seeing his potential. Okay. I think that spending that amount of money and thinking you can throw him into the team is completely wrong call, and I think it could actually make his career nosedive. So we need to play it by ear and see how we can get him in. Enzo Fernandez, on the other hand, I think he's incredible. And Logan, I know you say both overrated. I can understand that opinion for Modric at the minute because we did heavily overspend for him, in my opinion. I was one of those people that's very sceptical about the price that we paid for a player such as Modric. But Enzo, I think, will genuinely be one of the best midfielders in the world. I think he is the next Modric. He just plays the game the way it's supposed to be played in that position that he plays. I think there's no other way of calling it. Finesse shot, there we go. You're 10 and you grind FIFA, and 2 days ago you got Lucio 90 and Ginola 89. I picked Lucio because I got 92 Ginola. That's massive. One player I take from each club in the Big Six. Okay, here we go. Man City, Haaland. Undoubtedly, Chelsea need a striker. I think arguably Haaland's better suited to a Chelsea than he is Man City. But I can understand why he went Man City. I understand. I don't think anyone turns down Man City at this stage of their career. Okay. Liverpool. Do I take Salah? I don't take Salah. Liverpool, I take Van Dijk. We need a absolutely solid centre-back. I know we've got a few good centre-backs, one or two great centre-backs, and I know Thiago Silva is, in my opinion, the best centre-back that's ever lived. Or he's up there with maybe 2 or 3. But, yeah, I've got to take Van Dijk on that. I think Van Dijk next to Thiago Silva would just be... It'd be ridiculous. You've got the leadership qualities and the actual cleverness of Thiago Silva next to someone that's as big and physical and fast as Van Dijk is. I think that'd be outrageous. I think Alisson is a shout, to be fair. Arsenal. I'd take Ødegaard. I would take Ødegaard. I think, although similar to Enzo in the fact that he is a playmaker in the midfield, I think with Enzo sitting a little bit deeper and then Ødegaard making them creative forward runs and passes, I think that could be a force to reckon with as well. And I just think, again, similar to the Thiago Silva situation where we've got a great player, but someone equally as good next to him that plays a slightly different role but complements each other well could be outrageous. So yeah, I've got to go with Ødegaard. Ben White's a good shout though. But again, it's another centre-back. Who we missed out on here? Man United. Oh, Man United's a tough one. What do we take out of Man United? It's easy to say Casemiro, but I don't think Casemiro really complements Chelsea. Do you know what? I'm going to say Rashford. Young English, which is typically what Chelsea's been going with very recently. On the back of that, very versatile, can play right, can play left, can play striker. Another player where we can just sort of fit him into the squad where and as needed and see if he can solidify a place in any of them positions. So yeah, who have we missed so far? Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Harry Kane. It has to be Harry Kane. No, left back we've got Chilwell, and I am so confident in Chilwell. It's unbelievable. I think him and Reece James are one of the best wing back partnerships that we've seen in a while. Oh, fuck's sake! I meant to get the fucking player. Newcastle instead of Chelsea because you support Chelsea. Ah, okay, true. Newcastle Trippier, right back up. I think could be very good. Yeah, definitely Trippier. Backup right back can also play left back, which again I think is a great option. Maybe sell on Cucurella, play Chilwell and Reece James, have Trippier as backup. Which sounds daft because I rate Trippier so highly. Like, it's stupid how much I rate Trippier, but if it was to come to Chelsea, I wouldn't play him. Do you know? Does that make sense? Botman's a good shout as well. Yeah, Sven Botman's a good shout. I wouldn't take Guimaraes for a similar reason. I wouldn't take Casemiro, in the sense that I don't really think Guimaraes fits our system the way that we need to. So yeah, that'd be what I'd pick. Does that seem reasonable for you guys, or are you guys fuming with that? In fact, Edison can stay because I need a Brazilian. What about Isaac? Again, I've picked Harry Kane and I've picked Haaland. I think it'd be stupid just to keep going strikers because we need a striker. Does that make sense? You're a United fan for 5 years and I say you'll finish top 4. Really? You think we'll finish in top 4? Most overrated players from the top. I'll do one from each. I think you need a new goalkeeper. You don't rate Mendy. True. And really, I should have picked Alisson, but I think I'd prefer Van Dijk over Alisson. And in Man City squad, I can't pick Edison over Haaland. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's that is a tough one. That is a tough one. Let's go and grab Gregore. Yeah, you're winning against Real. I say 1-1 first leg. Second game 3-1. Really? I'm going to use Kyle Walker here just because of the Man City link. And then we will use Marquinhos for the Brazilian link. Desai just because I like him. Modric and Fernandes masterclass. Hey, there we go. I'll use Tagliafico just because I haven't really used him yet and he gets that French league link. MLS. Oh, Bale comes straight in. MLS link. Have we got any more MLS players? I think we have, haven't we? Dead ball knowledge. Are you talking to me or someone in chat? MLS. Can't say 3-1 over this, right? It's that this Real Madrid team is incredible. I don't know. I don't think we're beating Real Madrid, personally. Oh no, I need an MLS. Can't set players on. Yeah, true, you do never know. He can't be very expensive, and I want to chuck him in. Moment surveyor. Donovan can play right wing. You can play striker. We'll keep buying Donovan. Oh wait. I want to see if I can get them to. In fact, then Marquez comes there. Marquinhos goes there. Donovan plays striker. They can't be that expensive. This is 88, isn't it, that one? World Cup. Where is it? World Cup hero. Can't be more than 100k. Wait, what? What on earth? Would I bring Tuchel back or keep Potter? Now we can't bring Tuchel back. It's too late for us to go down that route because he's at Bayern Munich. I don't think I'd like Nagelsmann. I think Nagelsmann is going to go Spurs. It's written in the stars, isn't it? Okay, so we'll just go normal. Hero. I mean, that's good enough. And it's like 20k. So yeah, we're going to go most overrated player at said clubs. So we'll start at Man City, most overrated Man City player. Oh, that is a tough one, you know. What's the 91? Wait, what? Oh. Jesus. That's in La Liga, so can't get him. That's in La Liga, so can't get him. But the MLS one is so much more expensive. No, thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go Edison for that. I think Edison's quite overrated. People say he's the best of the best. I don't think he's the best of the best. I think Alisson is better. That's not me saying that I don't think Alisson is good. Edison is good. It is a hard pick. It is a real tough pick. No, see, I think Grealish is a great player. It's like I was thinking Mahrez, but I think no, Mahrez has had absolute moments of genius. And Grealish has actually been quite good this season. We're going to do that. Get rid of Walker. Yeah, actually true. I guess if we're going down that route, I do think that he is overrated in the sense that they paid way too much for him. Hakimi comes in. We can actually use Desai now, can't we? Could do with more Brazilians or something. Ooh, do we use Scholes for once? Benacer again. It's been a while since I've used Benacer actually. Literally the definition of overrated. Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm going to go Grealish. Grealish is a good shout, thinking about it. In fact, then let's go Chouameni because I've chosen a few Frenchmen. We shall use Cruz. I wonder if I've got any CDMs I can make a centre mid then. Oh, Kante. I forgot to pack Kante. And Kimmich. Any cams we can make centre mid? Quite a few actually. In fact, oh, we can't. Well, can I make you? Oh, I can make you a centre mid or CDM. Still even Messi's better than him in goal. So we'll go over to Liverpool, most overrated Liverpool player. Thiago. And I don't think that's much of a hard shout. I think that's actually quite an easy choice. We'll do this then. I think it's actually quite easy to say Thiago. No, I need to go French. Or French League in that case. Oh. No. Yeah, one is too injury prone. He's very similar to, I'm going to say Jorginho for different reasons, but hear me out. He's very similar to Jorginho in the fact that on his day, I think Thiago could genuinely be incredible. And I have no doubt that with a ball, he's one of our incredible players in the game. But how consistently does he actually do it? Like, genuinely, I don't think there's a Liverpool player that comfortably goes, oh, Thiago's playing today, so we're winning. Do you know what I mean? Or Thiago's playing today, so our midfield is fine. Like, if Chelsea put Kante on the field, I'd think, yeah, we're going to be good in midfield today because Kante's there and the other two centre mids or the other centre mid can do his job. Same with Reece James. If Reece James in the team, I think, right, okay, our right back sorted. We don't really need to think about it. Not many mistakes are happening. Thiago on his day could be incredible. But I don't think there's ever a game where Liverpool fans or myself or any other fans out there have gone, oh, Thiago's playing today, that midfield is fine. And the fact that we have this perception that when Thiago plays, he's this good, when in reality, I think actually, when has he ever actually evidenced it at Liverpool? Do you know what I mean? league and players. I could just go Verratti, seeing as I never play him anyway. Or just goals in general. And then, so off the back of that, I can play Neymar, right? Yeah, baby. So, yeah, but that's one goal against Porto. Hey, Jazz, how are you? I mean, it's better when Thiago's playing. No, I'm not saying it isn't better. But when we think of players where we have this perception that they're one of the best, which in my mind I have had perceptions in my head where I think Thiago genuinely could be one of the best midfielders. I just don't think that actually when, in reflection, I think actually when thinking about it, do I think that he can hold down, like when you see Modric play or maybe Bellingham at a push, you think, oh, they're in midfield today. There's going to be a great midfield game. It's going to be solidified in that midfield. When I see Thiago play, I don't really feel that. And that might just be me. Or it might just be the way that Liverpool have spent and how they've constructed their midfield over time. It might just be the way that they play. But I've always had him as quite a great midfielder, but on reflection, I don't feel it, which is why I think he might be a little bit overrated, because really when I'm analysing it, I think, okay, maybe not. I get that Van Dijk thing, but I just think Van Dijk is too good. I think Van Dijk is just... Yeah, I think Barella could really... Again, Barella is another one where I think if you pair him with someone... I don't think Barella is the only solution, but I think Barella is a great solution to one of the problems they've got in their midfield. It's like if I saw Henderson start instead of Fabinho, I think Fabinho is one of the most underrated players by a long stretch. Oh, by the way, what objective have I got to do? Can someone let me know what objective I've got to do with this Gastore or whatever his name is? Gregor. So that's Liverpool done. Who next? Arsenal. Overrated Arsenal. That's hard because I don't think anyone's really rated at any Arsenal player. Gabriel Martinelli. That's the one I'll go for. Gabriel Martinelli, another player which has had games where you can see him being incredible and people go, he's one of the best youngsters. In my opinion, not as good as Rashford. Not as good as Saka by a long stretch. Because, again, people say this where people obviously quite clearly show potential and quite clearly show how good they can be. But to be the best, you don't just have to be. You don't just have to possess the ability to be the best. You have to evidence it consistently. Messi is not the best in the world because he's had some great games. He's the best in the world because he consistently has the best games. Yes, at PSG, he's been a bit iffy. But whilst at Barcelona, he was consistently the best of the best. Him and Ronaldo, the best of the best. You know, and he's one of those where N'Golo Kante, one of the best in the world in his position because he did it at Leicester, he's done it at Chelsea, he's been plagued with injuries over the past 17 months, which has been heartbreaking to see. But I have no doubt that if free from injury, he will be able to perform consistently at the level that we know him to play at, which is why he is the best of the best. Does that make sense? Whereas Martinelli, yes, he can put in a great game. He had a great game against Chelsea once, and I was like, fair play, they've got a player on their hands. And then he disappeared for a few months. And then he came back and had some great games, and everyone was like, this is the Martinelli we know and love. This is why he's the best. No, you can't start calling people the best, and that's why I think he has great potential, but so overrated in the fact that he only performs to that level every so often. Liverpool need someone like Zambo Anguissa. Oh, score 15 goals. Oh, I need to get a move on. I need to score 15 goals in this game. Mad. Come on. Make the run then, you dickhead. There's one. He's 21 with 13 goals. That's great, and I'm not saying he hasn't got the potential to be good. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he can't and won't ever be one of the best. I just think that people saying that he is one of the best is a stretch. Is a stretch a little bit too far for my liking, given the fact that we only see performances every so often over the past 3 or 4 seasons. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I think he's overrated. I don't think he isn't rated, or I don't think he shouldn't be rated as, yes, he's a good youngster. I think he's great. I think he can be class. I just think we need to start seeing it on a more consistent basis for people to then say he's one of the best. Like with Enzo Fernandez, right, for example. People saying that the price tag was justified because he's one of the best. I didn't like that. And this is the shortcomings of my own club. So you can pick this apart all you want, but this is my own club we're talking about now. I thought when people go and he's right, I also have no doubt in my mind that he will also be one of the best in the world. I'm not saying that, but I don't think you can justify price tags like that on the basis that someone could be the best. Anyone can be the best. Anyone can have standout seasons for clubs like Benfica. Okay, he had a great World Cup and that elevated his price tag even more. Yep, I get that. Again, I'm not saying he can't ever be the best. So it's tough. It's tough. But since joining Chelsea, he has consistently been putting in some really good performances in that midfield. Dominating possession from such a young age is tough. It's a tough task. He has performed at a great level and really solidified our midfield next to Kovacic. Great. Do I think he can be the best? Of course I do. I have no doubt in that, and I think he will be the best. But that's only because he's been putting in consistent performances since joining the club. And that, for me, it might just be me that thinks consistency is genuinely so much. Like, I'd rather take a consistent 8 out of 10 than a person who puts in 10 out of 10 performances every 5 games. That might just be me, but that's how I'd prefer it in the world of football. Do you know what I mean? I've had dinner. I had a McDonald's earlier, and I've just had a bowl of cereal. So, not necessarily, but at the same time, yeah, I have had food. Donovan. So it's a tough one, but I really value consistency over anything in football. Anyone can have a good day on the pitch. Like, give me 30 games in the Premier League. I reckon at least 1 or 2 of the games I can put in a genuinely great shift. Does that make me a great Premier League footballer? No. I think put me up against a terrible team with a squad like Chelsea's, you can make anyone look good. Quarter-final prediction. I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought that too much into it. So moving on from Arsenal, that was just my debate about Martinelli. Sorry if I felt like I went on a tangent there. I actually really do rate Martinelli, just not as highly rated as other, especially Arsenal fans, make him out to be sometimes. And I think they're also wise to it a little bit now, given the fact that Saka's been putting in, again, very consistent performances. That they've gone, actually, I think Saka might be better. Yeah, because whilst he might not put a 10 out of 10 every game, he consistently at least puts out a 7 to an 8 out of 10 games. So where we got Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea. I'll do Chelsea's. Overrated at Chelsea. It was Jorginho. I was going to have Jorginho up there. It's hard because Chelsea players have come under a lot of slack. I'll go Mount. No, I won't go Mount. I think Mount's completely underrated still. Like, especially this season, people have been gunning for his head because he's had an off-form season. Yes, of course he's had an off-form season. He's had like 3 managers in 3 seasons. That can't be good for any player. I'm going to go Koulibaly. Yeah, I think I'll happily choose Koulibaly. Just because he came in off the back of being what was destined to be one of our senior players. We've signed him to be one of the better players. Like the rest are all young players looking for the future. This is a guy that's going to come in at 31, 32 years of age and actually hit the ground running and be good. And he just hasn't been. And for how well or how good he's been rated in the Serie A for so long, maybe we did miss out on his prime years, and maybe that's the sort of standard we're holding him to. But at 31 and 32, you've still got to be putting in a shift, and he's made far too many mistakes, in my opinion, or just not really fit the system well, I don't know. But yeah, completely overrated in my opinion, compared to what we all thought he could be. Which I suppose is like the proper definition of what an overrated player is. What we know someone to be and do, compared to what they've actually been like. If Chelsea could sign any number 9 in that transfer window, who would you want? Osimhen, without a shadow of a doubt. Osimhen, I think he's going to be one of the only ones that's genuinely available. I think, although could be very expensive, I think he just offers something that not a lot of Premier League strikers offer at the minute. Where not only does he have that ability to hold the ball up a little bit better, or engage, like, if we think about it, what are Chelsea missing in terms of a striker? They're missing a player that can quite clearly bring in the wingers to dominate the ball in that middle. African player, similar to Drogba, we've always had a very good track record bringing in African players to the club, and I love the idea of it, right? On top of the fact that, again, we need a player that can bring in wingers. We had Lukaku, who was more of a target man. What is a target man? A target man is someone that you aim for in the middle of the pitch. We didn't need a target man. We don't need a target man at the end of the day. We need a player that we can focus and bring into the style of play. A centre-forward / striker that can complement the attack. What have we seen at Napoli this year? We've seen Osimhen bang absolute goals in because he gets involved with the attacking play and brings in wingers such as Kvaratskhelia, who has been absolutely on form because guess what? Osimhen can play with wingers. And I think that is the most underrated part of his play, is the fact that he can really integrate with a wing style of play. If you could buy any under 25, who would you buy? Osimhen? Yeah, 100% Osimhen. Let's jump across to Man United then. Who do I think is their most overrated at Man United? Do you know what? My opinion's changed on this. It actually has changed quite a bit. I was going to say player like Maguire, but I think Maguire's been hated on too much that he's no longer overrated, to the fact that I don't really think many people rate him anyway, so how can he be overrated? I'm going to choose Raphael Varane. Only because he came in and I rated him as one of the best centre-backs in the world at that time. I thought that there was not many defenders that can get close to how good he is. And now, given the fact that you've seen his performances, I'm starting to question how good he actually was. Bruno's a shout, but we've seen Bruno have incredible games and absolutely run the midfield. I think I can. This is the issue, Mystery Man. I think the fact that he has 5 champions... Yes, don't get me wrong. He was great next to Sergio Ramos in a team that had Marcelo and Casemiro in front of him and Modric in the midfield. A team that very rarely actually got dominated to the sense where he had to genuinely defend. Does that make sense? That Real Madrid team was that good. To win back-to-back-to-back Champions League, you've got to have a great team. I'm not doubting that. I just don't think Varane was as good of a defender as people made him out to be. I think it's showing now he's in a team where he actually needs to defend a lot more and he just doesn't. Am I missing something there, or Is that just me? Like, the fact he's won 5 Champions Leagues shows him to be this amazing player. Casemiro's come to Man United and he's done the job that he did at Real Madrid, which is absolutely solidify the midfield. You've got Varane, who's come from exactly the same team, not solidify the defence, and if anything, force Man United to buy more defenders since his arrival. So, I don't know. Has he been good this season? Fair play. I will hold my hands up then. I'll say fair dues. Fair dues. If it was just an off-season because of the way the team was playing and just a mix of everything, I'm happy to concede the point. Because, again, I actually really rate him. Anthony's an odd one because I don't think anyone really rated him that highly. It was just Man United fans, and you know how they are sometimes. Oh, I personally never really rated Anthony, but to pay 100 mil for him, I suppose, is an outrageous amount. But I don't think paying so much for a player necessarily classes people overrating him. Does that make sense? I don't think a price tag justifies how much people rate them. Because again, Anthony's one for the future. He's a young talent. 100 million for the next 10 seasons is 10 million a season. Spending 60 million for Harry Maguire, I think, is a worst bit of, that's more about business than anything. I think if you get 4 years out of Anthony, you can still sell him for 50, and really that's 50 million pounds for 4 seasons. Whereas Harry Maguire, you've paid 60 million, you've not had anywhere near the best football out of him. Yet, in 2 or 3 years' time, if you go to sell him, you won't get more than £8 million for him. You're a United fan and you get it. Varane was kind of carried by Ramos, and it showed the one time Varane gave the ball away against City in the UCL 2020 and lost the game because of him. But he's improving. Fair play. But like I say, I think, I don't know, you could go 2 ways. You could say Anthony, £100 million, hasn't really been the player that you wanted straight away. Same with Sancho, really. I think Sancho's in with a shout there. Because Sancho's been really bad as far as I'm concerned. I know Sancho won you the game the other night, and fair play to him for doing so. 80 mil for Maguire, even worse. In that case, Maguire was definitely the worst bit of business out of a lot of them. I think 80 mil for Maguire is a hell of a lot worse than 100 mil for Anthony, even though it's £20 million more, because you're at least going to get 5 good years out of Anthony. 120 mil for Mudryk, again, similar to the Anthony deal, it's for the future. I think, yes, it's a hell of a lot of money for Mudryk. I'm not saying it isn't, but we've got him for, 8 years? I don't think that's a bad bit of business. I really don't. I mean, it's not great business. It's just, it is what it is, you know? That's the issue, is I almost feel like we shouldn't look at money spent in football anymore. It's that obsolete in the Premier League, or at least for the Big Six, that it really actually makes no difference. Do you know what I mean? See, this is another thing. We've got Mudryk for so long that actually we don't. We can literally sit him on the bench for a year and say, look, we've got players leaving at the end of the season in 6 months. What I want you to do is look at and analyse with me and the coaching staff and in training what we need you to do. These players are going to play the games till the end of the season. We're going to let them go, and this is the gap you're going to fill. Like what happened with Foden. He sat with Pep and was like, we'll introduce you in a few games. We'll give you a run out. We'll let you give you a feel to the Premier League. We don't want to rush you into it. You're going to be here for a long time. We see you as a long-term investment. This is how it's going to go. And exactly how that's exactly what we've done with Mudryk. We've said, look, this is what's going to happen. Like Man City did that to Foden because they knew David Silva was leaving at the end of the season. And they knew David Silva at the time was a better player. I genuinely think Sterling and maybe Madueke are better than Mudryk at the minute, but that's not to say that Mudryk won't be that player in the future. Spurs overrated. We haven't done Arsenal yet, have we? Oh no, we did. We did Martinelli. I'm an idiot. So yeah, Spurs. Let's do Spurs. Where's Gregor? Spurs has to be Son in a season where big players need to step up. Kane has, yet Son hasn't shown lack of quality. I'm not sure. I think the money for Mudryk is expensive, but I heard rivals quoting we paid way more for him than the reliable junior said. Personally think Mudryk will come correct. Yeah, again, Oliver, I'm exactly the same boat with you. I do think it is a very expensive price tag. But I have no doubt that at least in 8 years, we're going to see plenty of that repaid to us. And again, from the owners, it's an investment. We're stuck with him. Don't get me wrong. If he's terrible, then yeah. But we've got 8 years to find that out. And that's a long time. And if he does become one of the best in the world, I'm not saying he's gonna. I'm not saying he's not. If he does, we have then got him for a long time. What we don't want to happen is buy him for 120 million on a 4-year contract for him to be good after 2 years, wind down 2 years of his contract and then go Real Madrid for 20 mil or for free. That's the worst bit of money. How was best talent that is horrible now? I say Pato, he was good, yeah, true. But yeah, so back to Spurs. I think Spurs is a tough one because, again, similar to Chelsea in one respect, they've gone through quite a few managers in recent years that I don't think they really know what squad they are and how to necessarily perform. Because I got a feeling they'll just get Pochettino back. I really do. I think Levy will just say, sorry Poch, I was wrong. Here's the squad. This is the money you've got for the summer. Do what you can with it and we'll revisit where we are. I really do think that. Or, like I say, if you're not going to do that, you go Nagelsmann and you give him the young squad, you give him the younger players, you get rid of that deadwood that Conte brought in, like Perisic, who I thought was going to be perfect, but really just didn't do well and hasn't done well. But yeah, it's a tough one for Spurs, I suppose. If I am going to be truthful, I don't think Son, because I think over the past couple of years, Son has genuinely shown how good of a player he is. So I can't call him overrated. Again, just a player trying to suit a system that really obviously doesn't suit him, getting caught up because Spurs are having a bad season and being the scapegoat for a lot of things just because he might not be performing in a system that genuinely doesn't suit him. And Son is not a typical Antonio Conte player, let's just put that out there. Harry Kane is, so of course Harry Kane is going to thrive in a system that Antonio Conte sets up. Of course Kane's going to look good because the system really does suit Kane. Think about when Lukaku for Inter Milan was absolutely banging goals because a top-heavy target man striker and finisher is perfect for Conte's system. Son, who likes to play as more of an inverted winger / centre-forward at times, does not suit him because Conte wants people to play as out-and-out wingers that just cross a ball in, which Son is good at, but it's not what suits him best. He likes to get in behind the defence. And he's not going to play centre-forward because he doesn't play centre-forwards under Conte. It's all about wide play. And that's just not Heung-min Son. So I think putting Son in that category is overrated. It's so unfair to him. So who would I put in? I'm not too sure, truthfully. I've always said Eric Dyer because I just don't see how he still starts games. I just don't get how people rate him. But at the same time, I don't watch enough Spurs to know whether he actually is just good. I mean, he gets into the England team. How? Romero's a liability. See, at the same time, he might be a liability, but he's just good. He's a great defender and arguably been one of Spurs' best defenders in recent years. I don't think they've invested well at all. Who else have they got in the midfield? Kulusevski's good on the right. Son's been okay on the left. Albeit not this season, but he's good. Just in general. Who have they got in midfield? They've got the Uruguayan Bentancur, who I suppose I did have high hopes for when he first signed for Spurs. But I just don't think he's been that good. So I could say Bentancur. Romero again then is probably a good shout. But he came in off the back of being like, oh, okay, we hope he's good. Yes, actually he puts in quite consistently good performances. He might have the odd game where he gets sent off. I get it. I don't think that whole class of player has been overrated because I think he does have good games. And he is consistently a good defender. That's Neymar in it. Oh, shit, now. I need Gregor to get the goals, man. Rate which teams you like most. Top 5 in the Prem. So obviously Chelsea first. Man City second. Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs. There you go. Oh, I missed Man United out. Man United goes in between Arsenal and Spurs. I think I prefer Arsenal to Man United, personally. I hate Spurs with a passion. And I really detest Man United. Oh, what is that? So it's going to go Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Spurs. There you go. I don't know. I think Chelsea and Man United had a big rivalry between sort of 2005 and 2010. That sort of 5 years was just heavily dominated by both Mourinho and just Man United in general and Sir Alex. It was a tough old couple of years. You know, Man United, Chelsea in the Champions League, that was a great game. I think just that era of football was like the last of the big seasons from Man United, in my opinion. But then also showcased how good proper investment in players was when it came to Chelsea. An investment into a good manager that wasn't your staple of Sir Alex and Arsene Wenger. Do you know what I mean? You have any mods in stream? I actually don't think I do. Which is strong. Bro, this is actually going to take me so long to do these objectives, isn't it? I'm going to have to sit and do them tomorrow. The Chelsea, I don't know if it's Chelsea Man United in the WSL tomorrow, but it's Chelsea someone because I saw it advertised earlier. Can you have one? No. Anyone else got some funny opinions? How have I been lately? Truthfully, I've had a banging headache for about 2 days that just won't go away. At first I thought, oh, maybe I'm just dehydrated a bit, so I've been drinking a lot of water. I thought, oh, okay, it's not that. Maybe I'm just, like, not eating enough, so I've tried to eat quite a bit. No. So maybe I've just got a banging headache, and I need to come off on my computer, but at the same time I've got fuck all else to do, so what am I meant to do? You went to hospital for a headache? Bro, what? Gregor, come on. What is this? Honest opinion, who's the GOAT? Messi or Messi? Undoubtedly, like, I have so much respect for Ronaldo getting to where he's got. But to do that and put all that effort in and still not be as good as Messi shows how good Messi is. Like, Ronaldo does things and he makes it look great. Messi does things and he makes it look effortless. That's when you know someone is just better. When they make it look like they weren't even trying to do something and they still did it. Yeah. That for me is one of the reasons. What a goal. Oh, it's on the offside. You went, oh, fuck off. I hate you, Bee-Boo. Because I'm now in my 3rd season and trying to win the Champions League. Because I had to sit through a whole 2nd season without being able to record because I wasn't in the Champions League. Do you know how long I've been on that save? I was on that save for about 4 days just to get to the end of episode 2. That's nuts. I've changed tactics and everything and it's finally working, but I don't know if I'm actually going to win the save. I might just do a couple of episodes to try. If I don't win the Champions League this next episode, I'm just gonna go till Chelsea win the league. That's it. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I can't be dealing no more. I've played so much Football Manager in the past week that I just want to get back to playing FIFA, grinding FIFA, having a bit of fun. What you play on 1-on-1v1? No. Go. We came 5th and I lost 6-1 to City in the League Cup final. Oh, there we go. In the League Cup final and 2-1 to Arsenal. That's peak. So you won the Champions League, but ended up in Europa League. You know we're going to get smacked. I probably would. Yeah, I'm not that great at FIFA nowadays. Oh, no. Do good. Bale, come on. If I didn't win the UCL, I'd have been sacked. Bruh, I can't believe I finished I think 7th overall. I won one of the cups. I think I won the Carabao Cup by beating City. I think it was 2-1 in the 93rd minute, something daft. I ended up winning that game just. And then I had to have 5 meetings with the board between that final and the end of the season. And I still didn't get sacked somehow. I just said, look, well, I'll reinvest the money in this summer. And I did. And then we changed tactics and it all miraculously started working. And now it just works. Like Gregor, it is. There we go. Right, run. Oh, there's the space. Goal. Yeah, baby. Does this get a little easier once you've got Gregor? Because once you've got the goals with Gregor, because trying to get 15 goals with him is a slogfest. You have to play a couple of games just. Oh, no. My team's now top of the league and have lost 3 games in all comps by mid-December and already qualified to the UCL last 16. Big Tug letting me cook. Big up. So who have you got in your team now then? Let's hear your starting 11. I don't mind playing the 20 squad battles games. That's not my issue. You got Rashi, Haaland and Kylian Mbappe in attack. Oh, fucking hell. No wonder you're winning games. make some toast in a minute. What do you think? Have you got that out of position Maldini pot on yet? No, I've literally just trying to score goals with Gregor. Signed Rodrigo for Real Madrid for 45 and signed Vlahovic for 100. He's been insane. Also, Ugarte from Sporting is class. That sounds class, to be fair. I actually signed Osimhen for, I think, 80 odd million. Yeah, there we go. Wait, play 5 matches with base Maldini in your starting 11. Oh, God. Your team, wait, blah, blah, blah. Lukaku scored, so you kept Lukaku? I actually sold Lukaku because I thought, I don't like you in real life, I'm selling you. Oh, I think we're going to get to 100 wins, which would give me some really good packs. Have we done Century of Games yet? Oh yeah, we did that. Okay, throw. Oh. Right, time to whack Maldini, Medine. Maldini. Let's swap Desai to Maldini. He's left back, isn't he? Think about the Tuchel situation. I'm happy for him, genuinely so happy for him at the minute. Because he deserves... Oh, what's this? Yosselu. His card's shite. Score at least 2 goals. Oh, I get another one. Score 8 goals with the La Liga players in squad battles. Assist 4 goals with Spanish players using through balls. And win 8 squad battles matches on semi-pro while having 3 La Liga players. So what we're going to do is going to swap this to get that Yosselu card. We're going to take out you and you and you and you, and we're going to go for La Liga instead. So we're going to go Montiel. We're going to go Marquez. We're going to go Chimameni. We're going to go Hazard. No, we need Spanish. Ansu Fati. There we go. Assist through balls with Ansu Fati. So now we don't have to get goals with Gregor. Oh. What do we actually need to do? Score 8 goals with Ansu Fati or any of the others. Assist 4 goals with a through ball. Ansu Fati. Win 8 squad battles with at least 3. Yeah, so win 8. They'll always stay in the team, etc. Let's carry on, shall we? Let's carry on, shall we? Yeah, I wish Tuchel all the best, and I think he's going to do well at Bayern Munich. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I love you. No, wait. Imagine Chelsea. Yeah, honestly, if Chelsea do end up beating Real Madrid, which I highly doubt will happen, I think they're just way too good at the moment. But with a few select injuries, we could do. But yeah, if we end up actually doing it, we've then got to hope that Bayern Munich beat Man City. Just to get that Tuchel reunion. And I think when he's at Stamford Bridge, I think we'll see one of the best applauses. And I don't know whether that will be good for the Chelsea players. I really don't. I don't think it will bode well for us winning the game. Plus then we've also got to beat Bayern Munich, which is nuts. One. I love the fact that EA have got objectives out at the minute where you can literally combine so many all at once. It just makes it such a much better experience. Like being able to do these and unlocking multiple players is just so good. Goal. Oh. I did all the footballers and put them in a World Cup or base hero. Got Lucio 90. That's dubs. I think. But I might have to go soon because my head's starting to hurt a little bit. I might be streaming again tomorrow. I might play a little bit of Football Manager in the morning. Just to try and get a bit ahead on the series. So we've got the latter stages of the Champions League games that I can record. And then I might stream this again in the afternoon if I feel like it. Because Monday I won't be able to get a chance to do that. Because it's my technically mother-in-law's 50th. Well, it's her 50th today. So happy birthday on your 50th today. But we're having a party on Monday night, which is going to be nice. Oh, through ball didn't work. So yeah, I think I'm just going to chill out for the rest of the night for an hour or two. Put on some YouTube videos. Maybe catch up on some Netflix series. What are your recommendations, by the way, for Netflix at the minute? What have you guys been watching? How many tokens have I got? I haven't got all of them. I think I'm missing 3 so far. I think it's going to be tough getting all of them. Oh, through ball with Ansu Fati and a goal. It wasn't a goal. Oh, Nelly. Oh, no. There we go. No, cheers, Ansu Fati. Outer Banks and Young Sheldon. See, I'm not a big fan of Young Sheldon. I like The Big Bang Theory, but only a little bit. And I've watched quite a bit of Young Sheldon. And again, it's alright, but I do need to start watching Outer Banks though, but I don't know if it's the one that the missus wants to watch with me, so I better not watch that just in case. I might just throw, you know when you just throw on a completely random one? I might do that and see if I start enjoying it. I really had to stifle that sneeze until I clicked the mute button and I missed it twice. And caught it on the 3rd time, Jesus. Holy fuck. I haven't got a wife, I've just got a partner. Oh, Ansu Fati, why did you have to run that so wide? What the fuck? Where was that to? What the fuck? Good for you. Hope it go well. Cheers. Great. Oh, bloody pass. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys have had a great night so far. How old am I? 25. 25. Oh, what a 3